Hello Tech Genius, I am Ravi. Have you ever imagined a place where learning is as dynamic as the technology shaping your world? Then here's a deal. With iMatix, you can make sure the learning is exciting, impactful right from the beginning. You have interactive sessions with expert-led courses. In the world of tech, from data science to cloud computing, it's not just about a session, it's about doing, building, learning by solving real problems. So let's get started.
SAP full formed, I will say, is a simple form of system application, products and data processing. It includes your application level of things, database level of things, and your system level of things, like it will include your OS, your presentation, your GUI interactions, your you can say front-end interactions and database interactions. All these include which comes into one process SAP, and it was founded in 1972, and this is the history. What we are going to do is we are going to learn about Basis module. What is SAP is our task as a Basis administrator is that our system should run properly without any issues, inconsistencies or slowness in our landscape. A lot of users, a lot of complaints has been like our SAP system is not working fine, or there is something problem in our databases. It's our duty to work on OS level, to work on application level, and to work on database level. Basis module will have a knowledge, and while slowly having an experience by working on the systems, you will get the knowledge of all about your application database. Presentations, everything will be a little knowledge of everything. Every model you will be able to get in Basis module. Means if you start working, then you will be able to catch up that. What's the issue as its functional side issue, basis side issue or above side issue, or some other models like network issue or OS level issue, operating system issue, whatever the server's issue. This is the Basis model, that it should have a capacity to look into all the systems, and it's his duty to make system running fine without any slowness and without any issues into the system. This is our Basis model, and that's why we work as an administrator to make that SAP work fine, SAP software work fine. I will come back to ERP system. Suppose I was giving an example of Mercedes-Benz or some other companies in which you are going to order any cars or something, or you want to order any tires, or you go any manufacturer company and you want to order a bulk data. Suppose it was a normal ERP system, how it works. Like if some customer comes to the sales team first. If he asked for that, I want to order 50 cars and 50 cars or 50 trucks, whatever like steel I want to order, or I want to purchase steel or something like tons of steels. I need to purchase whatever the manufacturer company. He will come to the sales team first. Now suppose sales team doesn't have data about what are the inventories available. Like suppose any 50 cars has been ordered and he will check into the inventory. He will contact the inventory team and he will ask them how many cars are available in our inventories. Suppose 25 cars are available, and after that he will get information that 25 cars are available. You need to talk to the customer that what are the other 25 cars I will be giving. He will contact to production planning, like how much time it will require to create new 25 cars. What production planning will do? It will again go in and check into inventory that what is the raw material available to make a car. And then he will get information from inventory and go to the production planning, and production planning contact to sales, and sales will interact with customers. Now suppose there is a raw material is not available. Suppose only 5 cars can be made or 10 cars can be made. What inventory and what production planning will do is he will contact two vendors. Like, I need this raw materials, I need this steel, I need this fibers, I need these tires, all those things he will contact to vendor. Vendor will give information that this will be available at this time and that time. Vendor will give information to production planning. Then it will call to finance that this will be the cost if I am giving you, and then after reaching to finance, it will go to again production planning. And after come to production planning, everything is fixed with the budget and everything with vendors production planning. He will contact to sales that this is the material, this is this. And suppose any customer wants to have a car within a limited period of time, what he will do? He will, production planning will call to H, them or sales team will reach you to H, that how many workers are available in our company to work on that. And suppose we are shortage of 50 workers or something, this HR will hire 50 workers. Either it's a temporary, it's a permanent, it depends on situation. Ultimately, this will be a very bad databases, very bad management. This was all the process that was followed before, which is a time consuming and doesn't have a proper data to be given to the customers. This is the very decentralized and very, you can say, process that is very not properly managed. The production need to give the raw material to shop floor execution and start making cars. But we came to know that there is no shortage of employees or workers, then HR will hire them. This is the kind of process that will increase the time limit, that will increase the customer dissatisfaction, and ultimately lead to the loss of business. This is the process which is already working, which was working before, which SAP has concurred upon it, that how SAP will work it. Did you getting my point, what I want to say? After this, there is no real-time inventory information available to sales because there may be possibilities like inventories is handling local databases, production planning is handling local databases, finance is handling, finance team is handling local databases, HR is handling local databases. Every management team is having local databases. Local is handling local databases, information which is out of sync with other things and which sales is not able to. Sales team is not able to get what is the actual cars, how much car it will be made, when it will be made, what is the cost. All those things will now not be available with the sales team. There is no real-time inventory information with the previous ERP systems. It will ultimately lead to the loss of revenue and customer dissatisfaction, which I already said. After that, there is a concept of centralized ERP system came, in which there will be one centralized database. This is the center one. This is one centralized database which will be updated by every team. Either it's a finance team, inventory team, HR team, shop floor execution, vendor production planning, and sales. Whenever a customer comes, sales can have a real-time data because there will not be any inconsistencies data or there is any mismatch of data. Like inventory has not updated data 2 months before or 3 months before, there will not be any data. There is only centralized database. No local database will be available there at centralized ERP system. Everything will be updated into a centralized database which will be accessible from every team, as you can see in a screenshot. You can get a real-time data from this. You can say centralized ERP system. SAP is a software which works on a centralized ERP system. That's why SAP is a centralized ERP software system, and that's why the software is very famous, and that's why the customers are implementing SAP software, because it increases the revenue and customer delight. This SAP is based where a J. It is based out of which country? It's Germany-based company. It was invented in 1972 by 3 to 4 founders. I'm not getting the name properly, but it was invented in Germany, and you can see Germany-based company. And the whole, you can say whole software was made with a C++ language. It's not based on, still SAP software is made with C+ language as a backend. There is no Java, there is no other language, but it's totally based on C++. The core is C++, isn't it? It's only based on C++. You say Java as well. No, you can say like the things we are accessing is Java based, but the actual coding, you can say the backend, how the software is made. You don't know how Google is made, but you can access it. You have to install a Java in your system to access some Google apps. It doesn't mean that Google works on Java language. The actual Google is built on different language. The backend is different. The software we are getting is different. The basis is C++, isn't it? Still they are using C++ as a language, as a core language for coding and all those things. But it's a software, but we don't have to go into that part because we are an administrator part. It's a software, we cannot do anything. It's a development thing. It's a product team. The ABAP module, you can say that we are in basis module, like there are PP module, production planning module, there are M module, model management, there are finance module, ABAP module. ABAP module is a module which works mainly on development, but it doesn't work on the development of software. It works on the customizations, like finance team already get the information from customer and they used to send to ABAP to make those customization in your SAP or in your company according to the customer requirements. But installing software, maintaining software, user creation, you can say authorization roles, health checkup, this all will be done by the basis module. What Germany company SAP Germany used to do is they used to create software in whichever language they used to give, in whichever language they used to create. We will get that software from their SAP marketplace. This marketplace link is their support portal. You can get those software from support market portal. We can download it in customer server, and there you can install on any, like it's Windows, Linux, UX, whatever. We can install SAP software on any server, either it's Windows or on any server. What is the database used in SAP? What is the database used in SAP? SAP supports multiple databases. Like the first one was use Oracle databases. Oracle database supports by SAP software. Second, it was the own database he has created at Sybase. Sybase was overtaken by SAP from last around 5 to 6 years before. SAP Sybase also supports, Sybase database also support SAP software. Oracle supports, there's a MaxDB database. Have you heard about it? MaxDB also support HANA database, which is new now, which is in hot topic. Like everyone is using HANA database only for its memory, based on memory, that everything is stored in memory, nothing is stored in disk. It's very fast in processing calculations. HANA database is there. There you have also heard about DB2 database. DB2 database is also supported by SAP software and MS SQL, Microsoft SQL Server, that is also supported by SAP software. HANA database is the product of SAP or it's some third party. It's a product of SAP only. SAP only introduced it. HANA Enterprise Cloud Hack Team is there, which used to handle all those HANA database previously, but now HANA database is introduced by SAP, and it can be you can sold as a database alone also, and it can be sold with an SAP application also. That's understood. Just like it was Oracle before that. Oracle was running independent without any ERP SAP application, just was stored in data and everything. Just like a HANA database is also run, it can be run without any application or without anything. It can store data. You can calculate, you can retrieve data according to customer's need. But I think this application means this application itself, it has any database. No, application doesn't have any databases. Application is like I will tell you about that. What is application? What is presentation? What is databases? I will come to that point. Next slide is that only. Before that, I need to clear that is am I able to explain what I want to say? Like how centralized ERP system started work and how SAP occupies it at that. I will work on centralized ERP system method. Let's go ahead with the presentation. There was first it was introduced as an R2 architecture. R2 means real-time architecture. R stands for real-time architecture. Previously, it was application and database layer on one server. Like you can say here, these two were merged. At present stage in application was one only and databases were different. And after this, now around 15 to 16 years, I don't remember in the exact year ended, R3 architecture was introduced, in which there is a 3-layer architecture, that is 3-tier architecture real time. Let's first is presentation layer, application layer, and then databases layer. Now suppose you access Google.com, you access any websites, you access YouTube, anything. You access it through your laptop by going into that link, or if you are going into anything you use to access, you go through app, you go through any particular software. A lot of software are available in market which are directly connected to internet. Even on Play Store, you can see a lot of apps are available. You can download any. It doesn't have any data and which stores anything in information about it. Suppose you are accessing Google.com and you go to YouTube, or you can go to Netflix. Netflix doesn't store data in your local drive. It's just a browser, it's a presentation layer which will access your movies and this databases. Suppose you go to the Netflix server, Netflix app. Netflix, when you click on Netflix app, it says SAP GUI. That's the presentation layer. It doesn't store any data, it's just for the login into your application site or database level site. When you access any Netflix, it will open up a server. In that app, you select which movie you need to see or something. All these calculation will be done on application level, that this movie is available. This movie is available according to your searches and everything. All the calculations or all the requirements which are made by the users are done in application side, same like in SAP. I will whenever we go into the next sessions or after next two or three sessions. You will come to know that if I want to have any data, suppose you log in through a presentation layer and you performed any calculation like 4 plus 4. You command you just given a query, or you can just given a process that what is the output of 4 plus 4. What application will do? It will calculate your 4 plus 4 and it will get the data from the databases, like 8 is the answer for it. But for all the calculations, for all those things will be done on application level site. Presentation and application board doesn't have any data, doesn't have any local data, but anything you inserted, it will be stored in a database. Are you getting it? I will show you like this is APGUI. This is the SP software. You can say SAP presentation layer, SAP GUI software, which every end users, which you will also install on your laptop or whatever server you are using it, you can install it on your desktop, local desktop, and in that, once you install, you need to enter new entries of your what is the application level access. Like if you go into this new connection, you will come to a user defined system. In next, you will give the description of like I have an SAP app server for Mercedes-Benz, for example. An application server IP address, it will be provided by the OS team. Suppose any application IP is given on 92.168 at 10.2 or something, whatever instance number is given, I will come to instance number for after 2 to 3 sessions. I will give you information. What is instance number? What is the SID? It's a unique instance number which is given to the SAP application or databases level system. As ideas, a lot of systems are available in our landscape. How you can detect which ID is given which instance number? This ID and instance number are the ones who make them unique from other systems. For example, you have all those details. For example, SAD is A, B, C, and it's always of 3 letters. SAD is always of 3 letters. Instance number is always of 2 letters, of 2 words, of 2 digits. And suppose you go to next and you finish it. Once you finish it, the entry is added into your SAP GUI software. It's just a test system. I don't know. I've just put the random IP address on all those things, but you will get to have a test server like this SAP1. This provided you, and details will be shared by the monoliths or someone. Soon when I will give you new tasks and you need to log into the system and check all those things. This is the present. We have added the system details, and once we double click on it, he will be asking for our ID and ID password. Suppose I get a student. I don't have password now, but will be able to log into your SAP GUI. Once you have logged in with SAP GUI, you are able to access SAP application levels of data, and you cannot access database directly. You have to access application only. Everything you need to do is through application. You cannot access directly database. Database is stored only for storing data. Database is storing data. You cannot have any direct access to database. Everything will be done through application level. Hello, Jay. This application, this GUI that you are showing, that was to access the SAP system or to access the database. No, it was for accessing the SAP system. If I want to use it, if I want to use the installable to access the SAP system, correct? That, but are they? But it can, because in our company all they use like web-based. It's on SAP or something else. SAP, I don't know, something like Fury. Fury is something different. Enterprise portal services do something different. I can come to you on that also. I will come to you on that. But just remember, this presentation is just for accessing. Oh, if you go through a URL also, it's just a presentation layer only. It will not store any data, just like the Google account. You will not be storing any data on Google link. It will be stored in your drive only somewhere, and that drive will be maintained in a Google head office. Because everything data needs to be stored somewhere physically. But for accessing them, it will be available through internet, through network. You can able to access it. This is the presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Just database. I already told database is only used for storing data and fetching any data with the help of application layer, with the help of the query you are given to application. Query means whatever you want to fetch any records of. Suppose you have 10,000 records of data in your company, like from 10 years. A lot of data has been inserted in your databases. Everything is stored in database as a raw data. But for getting a meaningful data from it, we need the help of application server. Like I need to access the data of last 5 years only, not of 10 years. This calculation will be done on application level side, and command will be given through presentation layer, but it will be done on server level on application side, and it will announce what is the output is given to the databases. It will fetch the data. It will be displayed on SAP application. It will be given to application level, and it will be displayed to you back again on presentation server. Yes, go ahead. Now this is something typical architecture of SAP software, how SAP software works, and what are the things involved in that SAP software. Just for the overview, I can tell you this is presentation layer in which your PC can be used, or you can use any URL link also, whatever is feasible or whatever it's implemented in your landscape. From that, the instruction is given through ICMM. ICM is Internet Communication Manager. Service is available. It is available in application side. It will not be anything we need to give directly to somewhere, like we don't have to put any details for ICM. It's all inbuilt services are there in application side. We don't have to be like go to individual service and give any command or give any output for it. This will be handled automatically in SAP application side. We cannot give any manual command for it. This is from the screen. You can see this AP for presentation layer. A request come through ICM, or request can correctly come through SAP GUI also. You can see this first one, SAP GUI. SAP GU. I will transfer the request to the application layer. In application layer, we have a message server available. Now, what is message server? Message server is like, suppose a lot of requests are coming into your system. We need to maintain load balancing. We need to maintain what are the requests need to be processed to SAP systems. What are the requests? In how much queue? Who are giving you the queues? Who has given you the query first? According to that, he will load balance. The message server will load balance the request to the dispatcher, to the gateway and everything. The first thing will be all the requests will be stored in dispatcher queue. The 3 number, you can see it. Wait a minute. Let me zoom in. The SAP GU. I first of all go to the dispatcher queue. The dispatcher queue was handled by the dispatcher. Services is available in SAP inbuilt. What it will do is it will gather all the requests and it will work on first in, first out. First come, first serve. Whatever the request will come first to the application level. Suppose 1000 years log into the system and we have work process around 500 and 499 is already used. The 501 will be the first, will be the one which is in first line of this dispatcher queue. Dispatcher will assign that work process to dispatcher queue. And then dispatcher queue will send this request to the application side. What are the things he needs to perform? And that will be done through work process. And work process, what is work process? What is message server? What is dispatcher? This I will tell you in our next session. We have a separate session for that. See, I'm just giving you an overview that this term should be familiar with you. You can be able to understand it. Are you getting it? Yes. It's difficult now. Thank you for speaking. It's very difficult now to get this message. Server dispatcher. What is dispatcher queue? What is the work process? Exactly. I just know it is very tough. Very tough, but it will be easy. After 1 or 2 sessions, you will be able to tell who is the service member. It is looking too theoretical as of now. Once we access now, I can tell you that how it will work. We'll see. In our SAP systems, we have 7 work process available. Now, what is work process? Is anything new suppose you log into the system? Any work process, any queue, any thread or anything need to be assigned to you, particularly that it will have all the information of your user, that what user needs to do, what user wants data from it, how to do calculation, anything need to be done. Suppose if you have gone to any real estate or you cannot talk directly to builder or someone, you will have some agent involved in it who will handle everything for you. There's always some person available for you. Just like that, only there is work process available for your systems, for your SAP application that will be responsible for all your activities. Like you have given any query, you want to fetch any data, you want to see any data, that work process will handle everything for you. That work will be assigned to you. All the memory, all the data will be retrieved, all the communications will be done through that work process only between application and database. Just a use of work processes, that only it will be assigned to you and all the calculation will be done through that only. and how this communicate with each other, its responsibility of work process, how memory is managed, how request is handled from one side to another side. This will all be done by work process. You don't have to do any special tasks to log into dispatcher queue or dispatcher or work process or to get any memory information. There are different types of dialogue, different types of process available, work process available in our landscape, in our software. Like dialogue, first one is dialogue 1. Dialogue 1 is that which end users wanted directly real-time processes. Suppose you want to see the data now. Suppose you want to see the last 5 years sales of Mercedes-Benz. How many sales was done from Mercedes-Benz in last 5 years of sedan car of cars? More than 50 lakhs, 60 lakhs. All those things you give an information and you get an output. This will be done through dialogue work process. Second is update. Suppose any sales team or any inventory team want to update it, like this is the request or this is invoice generated for our Mercedes-Benz or for any car is sold. This will be updated in your databases. Update 1 is, that is first one. Update 1 is for responsible update and it's for critical update which need to be done now. Update 2 is for less critical. Suppose a lot of time the situations will come in SAP software that workforces are getting assigned. A lot of update has been done into databases. At that time the application will decide that what data need to be updated first in databases. Either it's update or update 2. If update and update 2 is available, he will first update data only like critical data first. After that, less critical time, less critical data will be updated. Now third one, and background work process. Now background work process is something like you want to have a report to be generated and it is around 15 to 20 years of data. You wanted 10 to 15 years of data. You cannot display directly in foreground. A lot of data will be available, and suppose thousands and lakhs of records are available at that time. You can schedule a background job that it will start processing your calculation in background mode. Once you start into the background mode, it will calculate all the things which you want, like from last 15 years, how many sales was there, in which city, in how much budget. All those data will be done and a background job will be running at that time. Suppose the best usage of background job is, suppose your internet connection is broken. Your dialogue work process will log you out. It will not be available, but in background it will start the processing run on applicant level. Suppose your power cutoff is done or your internet is broken, still that job will run in the back end of application server. Once you log in again, you will see that the job is finished. There is one T code transaction. T code is available. You can go and check therein. Some 37T code is there and background job is finished. In that background job, you can download a report and you can work on it. This is the benefit of background, but dialogue work is having 737T code. "37" means it's like access code through the giving you the phone. Transitions code, like in there, you will type and you will see the information. I think we'll see this going forward. Once you get an SCPV level, I can tell you how background jobs are running and how you can take an output or whatever. Next one is the spool request. Spool is for output request, like printer request is available, like any users want to have a printout of any invoices. This will be handled by the spool request, spool work process. And the last one is in queue. What is in queue is whenever you try to access any data, the data is stored somewhere in tables at database level. Suppose you want to access any data regarding for tires, tire related data, that how many tires were sold of that company from last 10 years or last 1 week, 2 weeks. You have entered any T code through any function PM, whoever module is there. Lock will be created on that table. When you are accessing that table, a lock is created on that table that no other user can edit that table at that time. Locks are created on that table. Once you are finished with your work, once you have entered any data into that table, or once you have entered any information into that table, once you log off, other user can access it. This is the use of lock entries, that no two users can edit the table at the same time. This is the use of enqueue work process. This handles all. Even if users want to try it, he will give you the message that this table is locked by that user. You cannot edit it. You can see it, but you cannot edit it. This is the use of enqueue work process. Did you get it? Yes, Ajay, you can go ahead. Now I will tell you, this is a centralized ERP system. And SAP does work on a centralized ERP system, and we don't work on. SAP doesn't support decentralized because of centralized database available. Now, when we install an SAP system in our landscape, it is installed in two ways. Either as a central system which application and database runs on same server, either it's implemented in two systems and two types, like in, you can say application is running on one server, database is running on second server. Do you know what server is? Do you have any idea about server? Server means which one you are asking. Like on server means, have you heard about server? What kind of server you know? Server means we have domain controller server. We have the ERP application servers. Have you ever accessed those servers? Yes, because we are the one managing. How do you access it? It means it's a Windows server or Linux server. Windows server. You just log into that server by using ID password at RDP. Those are the servers. On that server we used to install SAP software. Those are the servers. From your SAP GUI you can access those servers also. From your SAP GUI you can access the server. From your local desktop you can access RDP. I'm not. SAP normally we are connecting through RDP, and because it's all in Windows, I got. But can you explain how you can access the server to SAP GUI? SAP UI, how you can access? Because you said RDP is one thing which we know. RDP is something accessing of server directly or at OS level. And who is like? Suppose you have an MD in your company, you have a managing director, you have an owner of the company. He will not directly log into your server and check the file data levels. And while logging into RDP, you will only get a file data structure like your application. File structure is this, database structure is this, but you cannot do any calculation on that file level directly. This is the part of the sales team, of client sales team and SAP support sales team. They used to interact, they get some BOQ, they used to get some contract that this will be done, this will be available for you. All those things will be already decided before implementation. And after that you will. Once the contact is done, billing is done, you will. Customer will get an SUser ID password for accessing all those SAP software. This is the SUser ID, or you can say email ID is also provided to the client at the name of whatever the client requested. This is the unique SUser ID which we provided for specific to client only. Like Mercedes have different SUser ID, BMW will have different SUser ID, or any manufacturer company will have different SUser ID. This is a unique SUser ID. Once you log in with your SUser ID, give the password. This is the support portal link of a SAP. Are you able to see it? Suppose you need to download any softwares, you can click on software downloads. You need to report an incident related to product. You can create an incident to SAP, and this incident will be created to SAP product team, which is situated in Germany or in USA. Even in India also, SAP team is available for product support. Any licenses you need to create. License means once the system is installed, there is a 3 months of template license given to the customer. After that, you need to renew the license, permanent license and maintenance license in every 6 months. Our maintenance license is not that much mandatory nowadays because the concept of maintenance license has been removed. Now there's only permanent license we need to apply, and how to apply that license. I will also give you about that brief in our next sessions. These all are the things. If you go on software downloads, you can get a lot of informations available at what are the installation you need to perform. Like you need to install ERP, and you need to install Fury also, or you need to install any SuccessFactors add-on. You need to install on SAP ERP and integrate it. This all will be available on support portal. These are the databases which is available by SAP. This customer is, I'm not telling you the customer name, but this customer is using all the databases in his landscape. He has purchased all the licenses for databases for his ASAP software like MaxDB, SAP SCM, SQL, IBM and all those things. But Swana, we can see Swana here. No Swana is available. If you go to alphabetical order, we'll go to Hane. Is available here a Hane related files. This is the database SAP HANA database. Now 2.0 version is going on. And for Swana, go to S word alphabetically, you can search it. S. Here you can see SP Swana, which for the latest version is 2022. Now 2023 will be released in around 2 to 3 months after. I can up my June maybe. Those are the software. If you go into that software, you will get a zip file what installation you need to do. This is a zip file and it's of around KBs, MBs, GBs. 5 GB of export is available for Swarna. Are you able to get it? What I want to say, these are the installation file as zip files available. It is just same as Java. Java dumps are available. You need to download it and install it just like SAP software. You need to download it and install it. Just like Java you install on your laptop. SAP software, download it on your Windows server or Linux server and you can install there. The process of installing is different between Java and SAP. That's it. Otherwise, it's also software. Java is also software. We can install it normally. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.